Okay, here we go. Starting the stream. A little busy. We got some people running around. Yeah. So, good day today. Kind of a constant thing going on all day today. Palooka blew up on me, unfortunately. But I think it's just a single solenoid in the back box. But it melted pretty bad.
This was really fun. We liked
Oh. Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, we'll be back probably. We're not from the island, but we'll be back this summer.
Oh, okay. Where are you guys from?
From Cape Breton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, our friend recommended this place, so we're like, okay, we'll check it out for sure.
Oh,
It was
great.
really cool,
Well, it's a little when the ferry's running, it's a little bit easier to get here. So. Hi. How are you?
Thank you.
Oh, blue stuff. All right.
These were like, they're actually really good.
All right. $3.70. There you go. Wait, scan it. I don't know how much it is. I got to scan it.
Oh!
$2.60.
Close enough.
Why don't you give me those 2 quarters and that dime, and now you have just enough. Great, thanks. Thanks. I'll see you later. Yeah. So, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, Palooka ate itself. Something in the back box. When I smelled the coil melting, and it took me a while to track down where it was coming from. And then when I finally figured it out, I opened up the cabinet of Palooka, but there was nothing in meltdown mode in there. So I started a game, and everything reset except for the 1-digit score reel, which indicates to me that it's probably the 1-digit score reel or something that fires the 1-digit score reel in the back box. That's probably all that melted. So it's probably nothing major, but I imagine it was pretty robust smelling. So I think it's going to be one of those like major meltdowns. The really cool ones, not just the ones where it kind of singes the outside, but where everything goes bleh. So. All right, hold on just 1 second. There you go. That's a hard thing about free play. Yeah. Is that some people like they camp a machine not on purpose. They just kind of keep playing.
Yeah, of course.
And back when I was a kid, we used to do that thing where if you wanted to play the next game, you put the quarter up.
Yeah.
And we tried to do that. We got poker chips.
Okay.
And we left them up there and said, you know, if you want to play a game that someone's playing, put a poker chip on the thing.
Yeah.
And let them know. Nobody ever did it, so we just.
Only generation.
Yeah. The guy on Big Lebowski came in, and we had a pile of people just as if you were watching, we had a pile of people playing Big Lebowski, and he came in and he goes, "Oh yeah, I really wanted to play that," and so I let the group of guys play a couple of games, and then I just asked them, when you guys are done with this one, let these guys come up and play it a couple times, and so that was kind of cool.
Oh, there's a bowl?
But it should have one here.
Yeah.
It's looking for one. But it looks like they're all right there. Let's try something.
There were 4 players there.
Yeah, you know what I think I'm going to do? I had to be. I was in this machine earlier, and going to actually reset it. I had to do a little maintenance on this, and I left it on when I did it, and then it was kind of acting a little funny, but then it seemed okay. So we'll just restart it. We'll let it do its thing, and that'll probably be better. Yeah.
Yeah, I came and it was on and it was like 4 players. I'm like, oh, that's odd.
All right, there you go. If you want to play it, have at it. Should be good to go. Yeah, it just hits. I want to make sure it's going to kick out a ball and everything. All right, looks good.
Thank you.
What do you think?
I think it's a great table. I want one.
Took us 15 months to get it.
Yeah,
I bet.
I've
Yeah.
never seen one.
All right. Well,
They,
I
uh,
played the
Okay.
first one, so you
All right.
play the first player this one.
Yeah, Dutch pinball, they kind of make them to order. So you
Oh,
put in
yeah.
the deposit down, and then you're put into a queue. And then when you reach near the front of the queue, then they ask for the full invoice
Yeah.
to be paid, and then it takes them a couple months to build it.
Okay. We had heard about this table. So we actually just moved from Alberta out to New Glasgow. We're in Nova Scotia. We're in town visiting her family. She's
Uh-huh.
like, the local pinball place has Lebowski. I'm like, we have to go. So
We're like we're the second place in Canada with one.
that's awesome. Where's the other one?
Quebec,
Okay.
somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah, there was one I think in like Calgary or something, but the location looked like one of those kind of venues where you've got a bunch of collectors. They bring their machines in for a short amount of time, and
Right.
I could never nail down exactly what machines they had in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was one. They got theirs like a couple weeks before we got ours.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Well, we're probably going to be over here a couple times, so I'll come back for sure. Yeah.
Well, usually around 9 o'clock, the kids clear out of here,
Yeah.
and then we'll change this to the R-rated
The
mode.
R-rated one? I love it. Do you mind if I take a picture before we go?
Take all the pictures
Okay,
you want
great,
here.
'cause I've
Yeah.
got a friend back home, actually, and I will post it to social as well.
Oh, great.
But I've got a
Yeah.
friend back home. We're both huge Lebowski fans.
Yeah,
I actually ran 2 years in a row in Calgary. I ran a Calgary Lebowski festival where I brought the print in, showed it on the screen.
Oh,
we were building
cool.
a tournament. I made T-shirts. I lost my shirt on printing T-shirts, but it's okay.
But it was fun.
It was worth it. I could probably just like 80% of the movie. off
Right.
by heart.
Skill shop.
Oh. That's part of the fun.
So there's another type of shot that you can do. When you launch the ball,
Yeah.
if you hold the right flipper in,
Yeah.
it'll direct the ball up to the upper play field.
Okay.
Then if you can hit it around the upper play field,
Yeah.
that lights the let's go bowling light, and then you can get in the. That's the easiest way to get in the bowling light.
Right.
That sounds like the bowling
We're like,
alley.
how do you get in the bowling alley? We need to know. Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Figured we come back tonight.
Yeah, you might as well.
So
All
we're
right.
gonna take 3 people for the 2 hours.
Great. 1, 2, 3. All
Take
right.
Debit? Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I
that's
paid
right.
with debit earlier.
51.75. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
All right, I'll stamp your guys' hands while he's doing his thing. Other side. Like that. It just has the time when you can play till. So you're good till 10:20.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
There you go.
So we just
Yeah, so
Free play.
everything's set to free play. Just hit the button and go. If you get a stuck ball or something doesn't seem quite right, come and give me a shout and I'll hit it with a hammer and try to get it going again.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
Thanks. Okay, where was I? I forget where I was. Let's see, I was talking about Palooka. I think I talked enough about Palooka. Yeah, it burned itself up. I think I've got replacement coils that will work in that. But if not, then I have to order something. Wait. I'm waiting for a few parts for a couple of machines in here. So unfortunately, it is what it is. What else is new? So, I actually made myself, but I'm getting so like stream professional now. Like, I usually just kind of turn on the camera and just kind of fuck around for a while. I'm trying to get a little bit more like, topic friendly. So I've made myself a list of 7 items that we can talk about tonight. Then when I run out of things to talk about, I can refer to my list. So let's see, first on my list is, the last 2 weeks, that's right. So last 2 weeks were nuts. We had our spring break on the island, so all the kids had time off, and then Easter was like right at the tail end of that, so they got a couple extra days off. And we were open 7 days a week for that, and then a couple extra days here and there. We decided to be open on Monday because a lot of people had Monday off. We're usually closed on Monday. And then I was going to close on Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm like, yeah, I finally get some time off after like 13 days of kind of running around the whole time. And these are long days in here. These aren't like just, 8-hour days. Like today is it's over 12 hours that I'm working today. So you do that twice a week, and then all the other days are 10, 11 hours, something like that. So it's a lot of work right now anyway. But so I was like, yay, okay, so Tuesday I'll have some time off. Tuesday I was just super tired. Wednesday I'm sick. So I didn't think that I was going to get well enough to come in. So we actually closed on Thursday, and I stayed home on Thursday. It was fine. I didn't look like very many people had come. Thursdays are usually kind of a slower day, but yeah, so that was, we've been open for almost 2 years, and that's the only time that I've had to actually close because of a non-weather related reason. We've closed for snow, we've closed for hurricanes, we've closed for various reasons like that, but that was the only time I ever had to close because of I guess we can call it a staffing issue. But luckily, I think it was just like a food poisoning type situation. But yeah, I have to step away. I just got a message. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Talon car. Looks like a good time this evening. Yes, it's actually, let's go to over here. We've got some people in. I don't know how many we've got. I sort of lost track of how many people I had in the door. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. They're gone. I don't know. I don't know how many people I have in right now. We had a big rush of people that came in, like 10 or 12 people came in all at once, and yeah, pretty good crowd though. So, Rebecca, hey, how are you? Hey, yeah. So we had an interesting thing happen the other day, yesterday. Later at night, the new owners of the pizza place next door, they were all here. There's like 3 owners, so they were all over there. And I went over there and asked them about something, and I can't even remember what it is right now. I remember. So when I moved in here, there was, in the back of this room, the previous owners of the restaurant were trying to get some sort of, I don't know what going on, but they had like a little DJ booth. They had an amp, a couple of mid-size kind of PA speakers. They had built like this little goofy dance floor. Had a couple lights and everything. A few and like a thing that you put like a MP3 player on with like a fake turntable kind of deal. Sorry, it sounds like a machine is cycling over there. I'm just making sure it's. No, looks okay. So when I took over this space, we basically took everything that was in this room and put it outside into the shipping container. Hi, how are you? Good.
Pinball for 3.
For 3, do you want to do the 1 hour or the 5 cents more for 2 hours?
I'll do the 1 hour.
Yeah, the 1 hour is fine.
1 hour? Okay. 3 all together or separate?
I'll get them.
Yep.
I'll do
51.58.
My phone's being really slow here.
No, people. You never?
There you go.
That game is my favorite game back in the day.
All right, you're good. So I'll stamp your hands.
That game all day.
Other side. So you guys are good? Till 10:30. There you go.
So you don't need to put coins in the machines, right? There's no coins.
Yeah, everything's set to free play, so you just hit the start button and go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So which game were you saying was your game?
Double Dragon.
All right, so it's set to free play. You can just
Really?
yeah, you
Oh
can
my God.
play the whole thing. Okay, smoke. I'm like right next. I'm not a smoke break. I was like right there. Oh, what the hell was I saying? Yeah, for sure. Or over here if you want, wherever.
Thanks.
Where was I in my story? Oh yes, why I went to talk to the people next door. So they had this like goofy disco sort of DJ thing going on, and I thought, you know what, all of that, the amp and the speakers and all the other crap went into the shipping container outside. They're not using it. I wonder if they would let me buy it from them. So I had bought some new paper towel holders. Here's the super interesting side of owning an arcade. I bought new paper towel holders for the washroom. Yay! I bought the automatic ones that you don't have to touch; they just spit out the thing. So I said I would split the cost with them because we share the washroom. So I thought, well, that'd be great. I could just deduct the cost of one of those off of it, maybe get the amp and speaker for a couple $100. And then on nights like tonight, we can really crank the music or something if we wanted to. So I went over to talk to them about that. And they had mentioned that they wanted to get more traffic in over there. So they do a lot of takeout and delivery, but they still don't have a lot of people coming in and sitting in the restaurant at all. So they're trying, and then they got a liquor license so they can have beer, but no, for takeout and delivery, they're not selling any beer. So they're trying to think of a way, how can some of my traffic help them out? And like the majority of people that sit in their restaurant are from parties from this side, right? So they wanted to know if I would be interested in bringing machines over there, and like we put them on coin play, and they're actually willing to. They have we'll do an adventure cam here, and we'll go over and take a look next door in a second. But they have this front area across from the counters where they've got these booths, and the booths are really nasty and gross looking and horrible, and I hate them. I told them when they moved in, I said, you know what, you rip these ugly things out of here, just put in tables and chairs and open it up and look cleaner and everything. And they hadn't done it yet. And then they have a dining room on the other side. Well, they're talking about like maybe we rip out all the booths and we just put machines in there, like 10 machines in there or something. Put them on coin play. Then the idea would be it's kind of like half pizza place, half barcade. So people would come in, get a slice of pizza, get a beer, and drop coins in those machines over there. And I said, you know, I'm perfectly fine with doing that. I'll put the machines over there. We'll split whatever the drop is. I have more machines. I have machines in here that I want to pull out of here because they've been in here too long. Like this guy over here is playing Double Dragon. That's the first one to leave because it's been in here. Most people who come in here on a regular basis have played it. And it's a perfectly fine game for, you know, someone dropping quarters in, not like dollars, but like just quarter a play kind of thing. Someone would sit down and they drop $3 or $4 into it just to, you know, play it for 10 minutes or whatever it is. So that's one of the things that we're looking at doing. So over the next couple of weeks, I said, I'll tell you what, why don't I'll get like 4 machines. We'll throw them over into the dining room. They've got a wall in the dining room. We can move a table out of the way. They don't lose seating because I don't want to lose seating for the parties that I have in here. They go over there and 20 people go over there and order pizza when they're done having a party here. So I said, why don't we put in 4 machines? We'll see how it goes. And then I'll let them be the judge of whether or not they want to bring in more machines. And then we'll just split. I told them, to be honest, that, you know, the first month, you might only see we might only get like $30 in them, in quarters or something. So last year, the guys who used to own the pizza place in the restaurant or in the dining room over there, they didn't have any tables and chairs. It was just this empty room. It looked like trash. There was garbage on the floor. It was horrible. I went over there and said, what are you guys doing with this room? And they're like, well, we don't know. And I said, well, why don't I put machines in it? We'll put them on coin drop. And so they were like, yeah, whatever you want to do. Because they didn't care. And the first couple of machines we brought in, we didn't see a whole lot of action on. At the end of it, we had 6 or 7 machines over there. And we were having people coming in, getting rolls of quarters for us, and going next door and just playing, dropping all the quarters in over there. And some weekends we'd see, you know, pretty good money. I mean, not retire and go to the south of France money, but it was, we did okay-ish based on, like, we just put some machines over there and what the hell, just let them do their thing. So we'll see how it goes. So we're closed Monday, Tuesday. On Monday, there's a guy on the island who has a Gottlieb machine that I'm interested in. And he wants one of the EM machines that I have. So we're looking at a type of a trade. I have an EM machine in here that is a great machine, but it kind of doesn't see a whole lot of play. So that's the one that we might trade for. And then Tuesday, I'm going to go off island and possibly pick up another video game. That one looks pretty cool. I'm not going to say what it is yet. God, wait. And that'll be one of the first ones to go next door. So if I do that, Double Dragon, Snow Bros, put 3 next door, we can get those 3 going really quick. Because those are super easy ones to get on the coin drop and everything. And then I have I might take Aero Fighters over there too. Not sure. That would be 4 machine. Aero Fighters is a quarter eater. That's one of those ones that on free play you kind of get burned out because it's too easy on free play. But with quarter mode, if you want to play it for 5 minutes, it's pretty easy to drop about $2 in it. So yeah, what EM is the question? Probably Mars Trek, which is the Sonic game. It's a good game. It's been nice and stable, but hey.
I got a stuck ball in pinball.
Oh, is it in the visor?
Yeah.
Ah. Oh, sorry, hard thing.
I didn't even get stuck there. I just came up to it. Somebody abandoned it.
I have to rip the visor out and fix it. It's been
I
getting.
tilted it. Get it out.
You can't shake it out of this. It's been getting stuck up here more and more. It's like it just doesn't. And I actually have to take out, I've got this ramp. It's supposed to have a little piece of spring metal in there to flex the ramp. And you can see there's like this weird little, the spring metal broke. So someone put this weird little vinyl thing in there.
Oh, yeah.
So when I bought this machine, that part wasn't available. I was just gonna get the spring metal piece. Here. And I didn't know this, like I didn't know how big it was. Was it the same as this? Could I make? So I actually have an entire replacement ramp that I need to get in there and swap out.
Nice.
But it's one of those things that when I have time to do it.
Yep.
Switches that haven't been hit for a while.
I guess so.
For whatever reason.
Thank you.
Yep.
Thanks.
Yeah, you bet. They're interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. That one. want a curly whirly or a big turkey?
Oh, what's that?
Curly whirly or a big turkey?
That's like a British one.
Yeah. Super yummy.
I've seen
Yeah.
the package before, but I've never actually tried it.
All the ones from here over I got from a company in London.
Yeah.
$1.50.
Yep.
Perfect. Thank you. Punch cards.
Oh, what's this?
They're punch cards. So every time you come in, I'll punch the card, and on the 7th visit, it's on me.
Oh,
There you go.
great. Gives us another reason to go back.
All right. That's all right. I'm gonna back up. We're gonna look at chat because I've been completely ignoring you guys. I'm sorry. Let's see. All right. So first thing, Matthew pops in and says hi to Rebecca and then says smoke break. I'm gonna assume that's you taking a smoke break and not me taking it. So you need to stop smoking so much. First play rules. Blah, 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 blah. Let's see. Liquor license plus pinball arcade. Yeah. So I think that'll work out fairly well doing that next door. We'll try it. We'll see how it goes. Cool hat spotted. What was the hat? Was that a hat or was it a toque? We have toques here. Matthew says, what EM? Yeah, so Mars, correct? There's Spike. Hey, Spike, how are you? I'm not talking to myself. I'm live streaming.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not insane. Well, maybe a little bit, but I'm... Actually, thought I was talking to myself. Surgery for a stuck ball. Yes, it was. And then Matthew went on another smoke break, and then Spike gave the thumbs up. $5 if he doesn't explain the marble thing to somebody within 5 minutes. Okay, let's start the clock. It's 8:43. Let's see. And we actually haven't had. I got some new marble drinks in. I got strawberry ones. I got more blue ones. I have the green apple ones. But then I got some other. I got RC Cola. I got Starry. I've got Code Red Mountain Dew, and a new flavor, Canadian Dry Cranberry. And 3 Gatorade flavors. Those are new in there this week. So I've actually sold a lot of the Code Red Mountain Dew because you can't get that in Canada. And a surprising amount of RC Colas. And I haven't tried the Starry yet. I've been meaning, let's do that now. Yeah, this is not a Canadian drink. We can't get this here. And I saw it when we were in the States. I wanted to give it a shot. So. Sorry, I got a bunch of condensation in this thing. Give me just 1 second. I think my drink fridge was left open for a little while. All right, let's try Starry Lemon Lime, caffeine free. Oh, I have to look and make sure that this has like, let's see, high fructose corn syrup. All right, I can drink that. It's the artificial sweeteners that I don't really care for, but I can drink corn juice. All right, let's try Starry. Yeah, 7-Up. It's like a... Alright, so... It's like 7-Up with a twist of lime. It's basically what it is. That's what it tastes like. Pretty good. What is it? There's a cocktail. What is it? Lemon drop? Is that the name of that cocktail? It's like a fruit kind of thing. I think it's called a lemon drop. It reminds me of that. So, you know, splash some vodka in this, you'd have a pretty good little concoction. Yeah, caffeine free is no fun, but I have espresso in here, so that keeps me running. In fact, I need to refill this in a second. Spike says he drank corn juice once, not allowed in New Jersey anymore because of it. We have all been there, man. We have all been there. I have not explained the marble yet. I did to a kid earlier though. He got the strawberry one, and I had to give him a lesson on it, and he thought it was the coolest thing ever. So. All right, I'm gonna need more caffeine. This is nice. I like this. It's a nice lemon flavor. It's not super tart, and it's doesn't taste like floor wax. You know, some lemon has that sort of artificially. It smells like a cleaner. It tastes more like a cleaner than something that you shouldn't be eating. Yeah. What was that old Saturday Night Live? It's a floor wax. No, it's a dessert topping. It's both. All right. So, give me a moment. I'm gonna go and make more espresso. Matthew's gonna go on a smoke break, and we'll be back in a minute. I guess I can talk whilst I'm making myself coffee, because you can hear me talk. But I don't know what to say. I am grinding my coffee. In the creepy baby grinder. I don't know if you guys have seen this setup back here. I'll when I'm done, we'll do a camera adventure time thing. We'll go look next door, and I'll show you the space that I was talking about, and then I'll show you my little espresso, my creepy baby grinder. can't tell if people just came in or not.
Thanks so much. We'll see you guys.
Thanks. Sorry, I was in the back making myself some coffee. I still have
Yeah, you still got a couple more hours.
two more hours to
It
go.
sounds like what I would do. It's like, oh man, it's 9 o'clock. I'm gonna be here for another couple hours. I gotta go get some coffee. Yeah. Awesome.
Thanks for coming in, guys. See ya. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. More espresso. Yes. Smoke break. Yeah, see, I told you. Matthew had to go take a smoke break. We get the live stream with 7 using a bidet. I don't live stream that. I like to record it so that you can watch it over and over and over again. Bidets are weird though. Like, I know that like some people swear by them, but I just find it easier to drink out of a glass. Like, just the little nozzle is too hard to get your face down in there, and sometimes it's like the fancy ones are warm. Like, who wants to drink warm water? Forget it. Mm. All right, camera adventure time. Let me start my little thing here. And then, let's see, I have to go over here. No, I'll hold the camera this way. Sorry, I'm just waiting to see what these people are doing. All right, camera safari adventure time. Here we go. All right, so over here, oh, there's people there. So those booths are what they were talking about tearing out. So we'll fill this whole front area here with machines, leaving space. We could put kind of maybe 2 or 3 here, and then in each one of these dividers we'll put a machine, and then on this wall here we'll put 2 or 3 of them. And then in front of those windows we would put, hi, how are you? In front of those windows we would put standing tables so that people could stand there, have a beer or whatever. So for now we're going to put them in this back dining room that's dark right now because no one ever sits there, and we'll just put them on the wall along here, and they won't lose any of their seating or anything. And then there's Creepy Baby Grinder. that's where I make my coffees, and I use Creepy Baby Grinder. Let's reset some games while we're at it. There we go. How's it going? Spike says they have a Jaws where I went to Nashville, but some professional dudes played and I didn't get a chance. What's the proper term for the pain experience when you have not yet got that next desired pin? Appendicitis? Creepy Baby Grinder was the name of my Hillary Clinton cover band in the 90s. Yeah, what was Hillary Clinton's top 40 hit that she had? Stop It Bill? Was it? Something like that. I'm Just a Bill? No, it wasn't that. It's sort of like a, it was like Roxanne, but it was, Monica, you don't have to. Yeah, I forget how that went. So I remember how that song went. All right. So what else? What else was I going to talk about? Because I have made notes on stuff to talk about when I don't have anything to talk about. Let's see. I talked about that. The Machines Next Door with the adventure cam. I even made myself notes on use the adventure cam. I talked about Palooka burning up. How is Big Lebowski holding up? That was I wanted to talk about. Okay, it's been fine. Dutch Pinball came up with that little code fixes for various odds and ends. And one of them was directly addressed one of the problems that I had run into. So they sent me that code, I ran it for a handful of days, and then they released it to the public. And that code has been running really well. I haven't had really any other problems in Big Lebowski except for today. The launch button wasn't really working. It's a micro switch, and I just popped it out and popped it back in again. It seemed, so maybe it just wiggled loose or something. I don't know. Seemed okay though. I'll have to keep an eye on that though. The other weird thing that Lebowski's doing, the ball launch, there's the little launch solenoid. That's the first thing that burned up in that thing. And then it stays in one place and the little ball launcher moves back and forth like this. And the ball is sitting here, right? And then this drops to launch the ball. So when this thing hits the edge of that shaft, it kind of makes a couple of little quivers and then moves over, makes a couple quivers. So it's not nice and smooth like it used to be. And Dutch Pinball said that it's because it's touching. So I need to kind of go in there and it's been working fine, but it shouldn't do that. It hasn't affected gameplay, but the fact that it kind of quivers is not a good thing. Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Thanks.
Here for some pinball?
Yeah.
All right. So it's 9 o'clock. Last 2 hours that we're open, we do the date night special. 2 people for $25, so you save $5. So we can do that in some mixture of you guys somehow.
So we handle the date night thing?
Right. $28.75. Go right ahead. You want a receipt?
No.
Okay, so I'll stamp your hands. You guys are good until 11 o'clock. And if you want to hang your coats up, I have coat hooks right over here. And you want to do the 2 hour then?
Yes.
Great. $17.25.
7, please.
Go ahead. Do you want a receipt?
No, it's okay. Thank you so much.
All right, I'll stamp your hand.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. There you go. Okay. I always kind of wait to start talking until people clear out of here.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
I swear next time I'll get a sign that says that I'm live streaming because I'm sitting here talking to the camera and people walk by and they look at me like, who the hell is he talking to?
Like an on-air thing.
Yeah. Well, I have this. I have this groovy little sign that lights up, right? That I used to put in the window. So I thought, well, I'll just put like on-air live streaming, and then I don't know, put it somewhere here. I just haven't done it yet.
There's so many pins, so many goodies.
I don't think you should put a sign up that you're live streaming because people will behave themselves if they think you're certified.
They think I'm a little bit nuts. Yeah, they might not come back. So.
Fair enough.
That's like, what is that? 6 of one, half dozen of the other. It's like.
You got enough food.
Oh,
Yep. All right. Thanks, man.
All right, guys. See you later.
See ya.
See ya.
I'm gonna keep playing.
All right.
I'll give you a card.
Promo stamp card. $3.16.
Card.
And now, Mr. Spock.
Is that a new one?
No, we've had these for a while. Yeah, they just were hanging out down at the bottom.
I
Down.
noticed it.
I moved all the Atlantic Canada stuff to the top,
Nice.
and because I brought in a bunch of new stuff from the States.
Yep.
And then the Gatorade is in there. So I was like trying to move stuff around and get everything to fit. Pulled out half of the Fago that I got in there. But I don't have room for everything. I need another fridge. Need a bigger space.
Well, I want you to move to Stratford. I'm kidding. I haven't heard that.
Really?
I only saw it on your post, so I was like, oh, I'll mention it.
I think what had happened is that the realtor who listed this space, so he said that he's got someone interested in looking at the space, and if they take it, they want to use the space. So, bye. So would I be interested to move if they found a space for me? And I said, well, it just depends. I mean, if they're going to pay for me to move, yeah, sure, why not? You know, and so he said there's this place in Stratford that they're building now,
Yeah.
and I said, well, that's great, but I'm not moving before summer.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the time to move
Sure.
before summer, especially with Sophia being like, who knows when she's going to be back, and there's no way I'm going to be down any time during summer because that's my busy time, right?
That's when you
So-
go back into the black. Yeah.
Oh, actually, we're always in the black, but that's when we go extra black. we go triple black. Yeah, we've never been in the red here.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So I said it's going to be October, November before I want to move.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, they would pay for that. Like they would get it now and pay for it up until October, November. I'm like,
So that's how
are you
rumors
kidding me?
start.
Like what? So after he said that, then we had some people came in to look at the space with their realtor, and the guy was like, "Oh, you're moving to Stratford, are you?" And I was like, "I have no plans to move. Period. Like, I have no solid plans at all."
Right.
The realtor listing the space had mentioned that this could be a possibility. As it turns out, that guy who said that was the one that the realtor was talking about. They have no plans to move in. They're renting a space now. They're looking for a bigger space. this is what they would use if they bought the building, but this is no bigger than their space. Plus, they need their own washroom and a shower because they're a martial arts studio,
Okay.
right? And so, like, none of it made any sense whatsoever. But then later that day, someone else came in and said, I hear you're moving to Stratford. And then someone else had mentioned it to me. So I think that it's someone that the realtor had been talking. I think that that's where it came from. But I don't know for sure.
Do you have a lease here?
Yeah, I have a 5-year. I have 3 years left. But the owners of the building, when they went to sell the restaurant next door,
Yeah.
they wanted to do alcohol. And there was in this space, the liquor control, we talked to them.
Yep.
They had alcohol first before we moved in. Then they said one of you can have alcohol but not both because of the way the washrooms are. Right.
Okay.
Just had, and so the pizza guys next door were like, we have never really sold out any alcohol. If you want it, you can have it. And I was like, I don't want it. Like, how much alcohol am I going to sell?
You don't need it.
So then when these guys moved in, they wanted alcohol, and the owners of the building thought that we needed washrooms on this side for them to have it. So one of the owners of the building messaged me and says, you need to put washrooms on your side. Let me know when you're finished. And I basically messaged him back and said, here's my ass, suck it, right? Like, there's nothing in my lease that says I need to put washrooms on this side. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
And so he's like, they want to have alcohol. The only way they can do it is if you put in washrooms on this side and you can put them back in that back room. And I'm like, no, not going to happen.
But that's if you both wanted alcohol, right? So did he
For
misunderstand?
for some reason, he thought that
Okay.
we needed separate washrooms for just them to have it, when that wasn't the case. So I said, look, if you are determined to have washrooms here, you can put them on the other side of this wall and run whatever lines you need over your attic that is a mess. I don't want new water lines running over this space here, right? So you can run them over your own space over there. I don't lose any square footage because I signed a lease with a certain amount of square footage.
Yeah, sure.
They haven't signed a lease yet. You take the square footage from them. You put it on the other side of this wall. I'm more than happy to do that. Well, you could move out if you like. I was like, thank you. So I said, I will take that under advisement. Thanks for letting me break my lease. And I'll start looking for a space now. But until then, we'll just consider I'll ride out the rest of my time here. But if I find something, I'll let you know. So I have it in writing. The guy basically said, get out. And then liquor control came here, and I talked with him for about an hour and a half. And I'm like, why do we need 2 washrooms? He's like, it's a policy with this or this or this and this. And I said, well, we don't want any alcohol on this side, so we'll put up a sign there. He goes, okay, great. That's all I need. Done. And he went back, cleared it with his boss, gave them the license, and off they went. Like, we
I wonder
didn't.
how often that license is used. Yeah, I don't think you can get it to go.
Yeah, I don't know. I rarely see anybody drink over there.
Yeah.
But in fact, I was just talking on the live stream about this. The guys next door, I talked to the owners yesterday, and they want to get more traffic over there. Like right now, the only traffic that they have are people mostly doing takeout, but there's nobody hanging out there. $1 even.
All right, debit?
Then you can have it for free.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't do debit here?
No, I do debit, but I'm not going to bother for $1.
Okay, thank you.
So they want to have like kind of just more hanging out traffic and people doing whatever. So, and beer sales and stuff because they don't sell any.
No.
So they asked about like they were kicking around some ideas. Like they've asked me before, like, can we leave this door open and have people go back and forth? I'm like, it doesn't really work for me, right? Like I don't think that they really quite understood what my business model was, and then they finally got it. So they were asking about what about putting machines on that side. So we used to have machines on that side.
Yeah, I
right?
remember during COVID there were 4 of them where the tables are.
Yeah, at most I think we had 6 over there.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Like I bought Terminator to put over there,
Okay.
and some of these other ones I bought to put over there. But then when they were talking about selling the building, we pulled them.
Right.
And so they're interested in putting a bunch of machines over there, have them on coin play, and then people will come in. It'll be a destination. People come in if they want to have a beer and play some games, and that's works out pretty good for us. Because we do have people that call us and stuff, say, "Are you licensed?" I'm like, "No," but if they can come over here, play for a little while, go next door, crack a beer, keep playing on coin play, and then come back here when they're done. Great. So
They
they're
don't own the building?
those guys don't own the building. They just bought the restaurant.
Okay.
They just bought the pizza restaurant.
So did the previous owners of the restaurant own the building and the restaurant?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They had 4 locations in 2 buildings,
Right.
and they've sold the Charlottetown restaurant. They've sold that. They own the building and the restaurant in Borden.
Okay.
But I've heard back and forth that it has sold and it hasn't sold, but I don't think it has. And then they have a location. They don't own the building, but they have a location in Summerside, and that one's always been crap. I guess it's like they've never broken even there. Let me scan it. All right, $1.72. Go ahead. Good to go. Sorry, I was completely ignoring my live stream. I apologize. As Chris and I gossip. All right, Spike says, speaking of names, where's Sophia? I'm backing up here on the chat. No, I'm gonna go back farther. What's the difference between a vacuum cleaner and a pinball machine? Pinball doesn't suck. Spike says, Seven's the new Canadian Oprah. Very professional with notes and everything. All right, so Matthew says, the Big Lebowski on route that you play, I literally pulled the flipper button out of the wood. I later went back and shimmed it with a piece of corn up her seat. You should check your flipper. All right, I'll check the buttons and see if they're like, if they've been routed out too much or something. So far they feel snug. Everything feels fine on it. So, okay, so now we're back. Speaking of names, where's Sophia? So Sophia is still in BC. She's got a family emergency type situation. But she, and she, I don't want to go too in detail about what's going on, but she didn't have a return flight because she didn't know how long that she was going to have to be there. But she's thinking now, possibly, and with some stuff that happened today, she's thinking that she might be able to come back by May, by early May. My birthday is in early May, and she's like, I think I can get back before your birthday. So, but we'll see how it goes. I know that she's not she's not having a good time. It's not fun. She's dropped in a few times when we've done a live stream, but because of some shit that happened today, she probably won't be in today. You know, it's just traumatic stuff kind of thing. Very sad. Anyway, smoke break. Yes, Matthew, you can take a smoke break whenever you need one. We break. All right. There's At is in chat. What's your top pinball machine or your top 3 and why? So, top. Do you mean top pinball like my personal top pinball machines, or the ones that get played the most in the arcade? Because those are two very different things. Top pinball machine for me personally is in here. I say this over and over, but the two that I play a lot is Royal Flush, which is the Gottlieb EM from the, I think, mid to late 70s. And then the one that I've got over there next to it, which is Genesis, which is one of the Gottlieb Premier era ones. I just like the shots on it. It's just a funny game. And it, yeah, it's just good games. Royal Flush I like. I like EMs with really sort of hard to achieve objectives. And Royal Flush is like, let's grab the camera and go look. Camera adventure time, guys. Here we go. All right, we'll pop that up. And then, dun, 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 camera safari adventure time. Oh, wait. Wait a minute. Hold, please. I have to do this. There we go. All right, let's go look at Royal Flush. All right, so it's one of these wall of drop target things. These reset every ball, so you only have a single ball to knock all of these down. But a perfect ball on this is to knock all of the drop targets down and then get each of the jokers. So the purple joker, the white joker, and the green joker, which you get in 2 locations each. So I've had this game for a bit over a year. I've had multiple games where I've knocked down all of these several times throughout the game or whatever. I've only had one game where I've knocked all of these down and cleared each joker. So that keeps bringing me back to this game because of that. With Genesis, this is one of the ones you're trying to build the robot. So you have to spell each of these body parts. So up the ramp to spell arms, up the ramp to spell legs, brain, body, whatever. Once you do that, you get all those letters. There's a very target right here. This light comes on, you hit that very target all the way back. This does a little song and dance. This thing turns, reveals your robot. And this is one of those games that I've played it for a month, and I wouldn't, like, maybe I'll get like one body part completed, and then I'll have a game where I'll build the robot 2 or 3 times in the game, just because everything just kind of syncs together. I don't know, it's just a fun game. And then the other one is Dragon here. So this one is really, really tough because it's got these bastard outlays here. When you trap the ball just rolls up here and drops down that little wire down here. The idea is you knock down the 5 dragon faces. That lights this for an extra ball, or you clear 1 through 5 here, or along up here, and then this will cycle back and forth with, I think, the solenoids. Something makes these cycle back and forth for the special, which I've got for an extra ball. I rarely get an extra ball in this. The playfield on this is made out of acrylic. It's not wood, so the ball just slides along it. It's super, super fast. It's just I don't know. It's just brutal. This seems like it's a kind of a wide gap here too. It's a really really tough game to get a good ball on. I love it. I think it's just a bastard of a game. It's super tough, so super fun. And yeah, what else? Yeah, I think those are some of my favorites. We'll just cycle that ball around. And then, of course, I play the new ones. So Valhalla, when I got that in, I played the crap out of that. Hot Wheels, I played the crap out of that. And Lebowski is here because it's very, very close to just jump over here and play real quick. So I'll play that a few times a day. So there you go. Oh, the Genesis back